Hi guys, this is Sheree from Divine Visions and I'm bringing you your twin flame reading for February. We're going to be having a look at what's going on with the divine masculines and the divine feminines that I'm tuning into at this particular time. Just seeing what the energies are like, seeing if they're matching up on their timelines, seeing what the challenges are, and just various other messages that will come through for February. I'm using the Sacred Circle Tarot by Anna Franklin and Paul Mason for the Divine Masculines energies. And I'll be using the Psychic Tarot for the Heart cards from John Holland for the Divine Feminines, as well as other Oracle cards along the way. So first up, I'm going to have a look at the Divine Masculine. This may or may not be the same group that I've been tuning into regarding the Twin Flame channeled messages and readings that I did prior for January and February. They may be a different group altogether, but I have no idea as yet because I haven't tuned into it as yet. So we're going to have a look at what's going on. So this is for the Divine Masculines, please. Calling in spirit to please assist us with this message for the divine masculines, divine feminines, please. Seeing what's going on for them right now. This is for the divine masculines. Let's have a look. Sacred Tarot. Sacred Circle Tarot, I should say. Now, I am going to be using reversals today, just so you know. Now, this is for the Divine Masculine's energies, and I've also got my Divine Love Oracle that I'm using for extra messages here as well. I just realised there's a Divine Love message card in there, so I'm just going to remove that quickly. Yeah, hopefully that's the only one in there. But we'll know as we go along, won't we? Okay, so let's have a look. All right, first up, Divine Masculine. Let's see what's going on with his energy. Where is he currently at right now, please? Where's his energy currently at right now, please? Wow, the Five of Cups, which is regret. This is sadness, guys. This is obviously regret, sadness, feeling that there is a need for release of emotion here. Let's have a look at what this is about for the Divine Masculines. Wow, okay. Spring blossom, okay. This could be something that happened last spring, if you can remember that, where you are, what could have happened between the two of you or with your Divine Masculine around this time. Also, it could be representative that he's going to come out perhaps of this sadness around this time coming up into the next springtime, okay? What I see with this too is another message coming through is that there is growth. We can see the flowers here, the greenery. We can see the flower blossoming here. Everything's live and active in springtime. It's time for emergence. So currently right now he's undergoing this sad, heavy, burdened feeling. And you know, there are 3 cups upright here, so it does show that there is perhaps some hope for the future. Usually in some traditional cards as well, it does show that there's at least 1 cup that's upright, and it does show that there's hope for the future, and it can represent needing to learn the lessons so that there is room for growth as well as blossoming here in that as well. So with this particular experience, there is room for growth. There is room to learn from the lessons, see the silver lining. And we've got the full moon in this card too, which also represents releasing that emotion, okay? So I feel like some of the divine masculines are really undergoing this release, okay? They're releasing their sadness. There may be some tears for the divine masculines at this time as well, allowing them to cleanse their energy and grow in this time as well. So we want to have a look at another card for perhaps where they're at right now. So we've got the grounding card reversed. This is the Five of Wands, which normally represents conflict, but there is a need for grounding their energy right now. And we've got the Sad Man. Wow. Wow, guys, this energy first up is very much in line with the energy that I was tuning into for the channeled messages, just this last video I did for February and January. And it's interesting because we have the 5 of Wands, we have another 5 for the regret here as well. So we've got 2 5s, which always represent challenges, struggles, and loss, okay? And so that's what's going on for the Divine Masculines right now. They're not feeling grounded. They're feeling quite emotional right now, okay, in this place of sadness and regret. And, yeah, just basically feeling perhaps overwhelmed, perhaps not feeling grounded and stable emotionally, okay? The 5 of Wands usually represents that internal conflict anyway. So this is a pretty sad, heavy energy, but I do see that there is hope and that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, which is an interesting choice of words I've just used there, because that is the name of the title of the video I chose to put on there for, well, I didn't choose it, I was given that by Spirit, to put on the last video that was channeled around this Divine Masculine seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and being able to move towards that light. So this is really, really interesting. Yeah. So this could also be seen as his challenges, I guess, but we're going to get into that. So this is his current energy right now. Let's have a look at what he wants to say around that. What does he want to say? These are the Divine Love messages that I created. I also created these Divine Love oracles. Let's have a look at what he wants to say about his current energy right now. What does the Divine Masculines want to say about their current energy, please? That one wanted to come out. Wow. This is to the Divine Feminines. I want to hug you right now. So this Divine Masculine is feeling really sad. They're missing their Divine Feminine. They feel like they have stuffed up, you know, in their life or in your journey together. I'm getting that very strongly here. There's a feeling that something wasn't grounded. They're feeling like they've lost the Divine Feminine. That's what I'm feeling really strongly with this. Now let's have a look at what his challenges are right now. What are the Divine Masculine's challenges right now, please? Thought, Page of Swords. And we've got with that, wow, Burning Passion. And it's reversed, this one. So in other words, he's thinking negatively. You know, this is the younger mind. This is sometimes immaturity, sometimes lashing out. This is angry thoughts, negative thoughts. I'm not saying that he's thinking negatively or angrily towards his Divine Feminine, because he's actually feeling quite sad and wants to reach out and hug her. But he's angry about something. He's finding it challenging to clear this energy, clear the air. To get that higher perspective that the eagle normally represents. He's stuck on the ground here, not looking up to the higher realms for guidance. He's stuck there feeling sorry for himself, basically, in this energy, okay? And there is a burning passion. There is this frustration. There is a blocked, like his thoughts are blocked. He's got no clarity coming through at the moment. So that's his challenge there as well. Let's go ahead and look at for another one, okay? Here. Challenge. What's this one? Well, the 8 of Cups is emotional abandonment and it's reversed. So he's not moving on from this. I feel like he's not walking away. He's also not walking away from perhaps thoughts that just keep circling around in his mind, you know, circling around like the bird would. It's kind of like he's really, wow, look at this. Stand your ground. He's being stubborn. There's something he's not budging on. There's something that just won't let up on his brain here. There's something he won't let go of. He's not letting go of. He's not walking away from it. He's standing his ground. He's being stubborn. So these are his challenges. This is his challenge here, that perhaps he needs to be able to get strong, get himself off the ground, right, and stand up and be strong now. And let go. He needs to walk away from the anger, whatever's keeping him angry, this frustration. I know it says burning passion, obviously, towards the Divine Feminine as well, and that's another issue, is that there's sexual frustration here within him as well. He doesn't want to be thinking about his Divine Feminine. He wants to walk away from this at the moment, because I feel like some of them are just so overwhelmed in this sadness right in here, this regret, And we saw this once again, sad masculine, sad man means masculine, wants to hug the divine feminine, but is feeling quite lost. Perhaps there was something that he said, now he wants to take back, and he just regrets saying those words, lashing out of anger. Maybe he also cut the divine feminine out, in an immature way, in a childish way, and now is regretting those actions as well. And he's being stubborn, standing his ground. He doesn't know how to sort of get out of that. Let's see what else his challenge is with the divine, or the, what do you call them? The Queen of Angels, Mother Mary. What is the divine masculine's challenge right now? Yeah, being quiet in his thoughts. Going into peaceful silence and listening, because he's not peacefully silent. His thoughts are circling around and around. He's got negative thoughts. He's in victim mode as well. He's really not able to find the clarity or get the answers he needs to make things right. He just doesn't have that knowledge right now. So going into that quiet space is not necessarily a good thing in some ways for him, because if anything, he's not finding clarity. He's finding himself thinking about things that are making him angry. Right, let's have a look at where the divine masculine, what do they want the divine feminine to know? What do they want her to know right now that he's not telling her? Well, the King of Swords is someone who's very organized. They are very rational. They're logical. They're non-emotional. Let's see what this is about. Oh, wow. Okay, forgiveness. So what he's saying is that I feel like within themselves they have come to a point of wanting to forgive the divine feminines, but even themselves, but there's this hard line that they're drawing right now. It's that stubborn energy. There's still something that they're not forgiving here, that they're not budging on. Let me see what else this is. This was reversed. So it's success, the Six of Wands. So they're feeling defeated right now, okay, within this connection, within themselves, actually. I do feel like this is that self-forgiveness once again. They're quite hard on themselves. Somebody who's very hard in their mind, very down the line, you know. It's black or white sometimes with the King of Swords. And feeling defeated. Okay, let's have a look at that. Feeling defeated, it's definitely around communication. Something was said that, yeah, and it's interesting because the King of Swords is about communication and thoughts. Something was definitely said, and I feel like this divine masculine was the one that actually said it. There's things that they have said quite callously or coldly or bluntly to the divine feminines that have really caused the divine feminines a lot of pain. Through this communication, they haven't felt that they have been able to achieve this forgiveness, okay, or success in communication with the divine feminines. Maybe in their time of immaturity, because we've got the page here which is all about immaturity, they said some stupid things. And now in the king energy, they've come into that like wisdom now of realizing, okay, I said some, you know, pretty stupid things, or I did some stupid things, and I stuffed this up, and I haven't succeeded in doing what I was trying to do. Instead, it came out this other way, you know. So they've either come out and lashed out, or they've just said stupid things that they don't know how to take it back now. And so, yes, it's around communication. There's this lack of success there. It's a feeling of being defeated. This is what they want the divine feminines to know, is that they do want to come forward and make it right with her. They do want to actually come forward. Let's see what he actually wants to say. What does the divine masculine want to say to the divine feminine? Wow, they just flew out. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So this is around love. This is around expressing love and feelings, okay? There's that regret that we saw in the very beginning. He's in a place of regret right now. He doesn't feel that he was able to come forward and say the right things at the right time. Let's have a look now at how he's viewing his divine feminine. How does he see his divine feminine? The Knight of Discs. This is somebody who's very slow, to offer something, but he's feeling like, because the Knights usually offer something, and being the Pentacles, the earthy energy, it's somebody who's coming forward very practically with something that is of value, okay, to somebody. But being reversed, he's feeling that the Divine Feminine is not coming forward with this offer. She's actually stuck in her path. She's not moving forward towards him. This is what he's feeling here. And there's, look, pure contentment. Well, it's kind of a contradiction, you know. But they may see that the Divine Feminine's too content in her own life. She's focusing on her own activities and things she needs to do in herself. She's not offering the Divine Masculine anything right now. She's at a standstill. She's, doesn't want to. So this is how he sees her, is that she's quite busy in her own life and content doing her own thing, focusing on her own projects, feeding herself, nurturing herself, and not offering this, okay? So what else does he see? Well, once again, the Pentacles, this is somebody who is, you know, they've got their hands tied. They might be juggling a few things in their material world here. There may be just too many things that they're doing, too many, like multitasking, not being able to let go of things to be able to give something to him, right? They're very busy in their life. They're very busy. Wow, look at this. He also sees that the Divine Feminines are undergoing this feeling of regret, okay? So whether they're on social media and seeing the Divine Feminine posting up things, or hearing it through friendships or whatever it is, but they're seeing that she is going through this regret as well. Yeah, because the Divine Feminines are stuck, see? These two energies being reversed shows that this is not moving forward, it's stuck energy. And the Two of Discs means that your hands are kind of tied, you're not letting go of things, you're sort of toing and froing, and there's this regret. So he might see that she's distracting herself at the moment and not really letting go of something. Maybe he feels that she's not really letting go of him. You know, this is something also. Maybe he sees that she's not really excelling in her life or moving forward in her life the way that she had planned to, that she's at a standstill as well. And he may, being twin flames, he would feel this energy with her as well. We've also got the yellow rose. This is what I created, the Divine Love Oracle. I chose this card because the yellow rose also symbolizes that hope that you would normally see in the Five of Cups. So she's also got hope, but is at a standstill right now, and that's how he's seeing her. So what action is the Divine Masculine going to take towards the Divine Feminine? We've got Death. So this is an interesting card for this one. This tarot deck's very different to most of them, but I mean, they still have the similar messages, but I just want to see what this is about right now. What is the action that he's taking towards his Divine Feminine? Well, he's cutting something out of his life, okay? I do feel, you see the side there. He's cutting something out of his life. This is about transformation. It's about letting go. We've got the full moon. It's about releasing the old and bringing in the new. We've got the yellow flowers, which once again represents hope. He's thinking of the Divine Feminine. So at the moment, I don't feel like, because this is an internal journey here, it's something that's going on within him. It's the hidden invisible realm. And so is this. So it's kind of like he's sort of sitting back and undergoing his healing with that regret and sadness that we saw, but very much thinking of the Divine Feminine. What else? Sorry, that was reversed. So this is suffering, Nine of Swords. So let's have a look at what else comes up with that. Yeah, wow. He's seriously in this mode of, in his mental space here, the Swords of the Air. He's very much thinking, see, thinking of you. He's thinking of the past, thinking of all the changes that need to be done, thinking of all the transformations that need to occur. He's stressing out. He could even be going into some kind of a deep kind of depression here with that regret we saw, because he's not letting go of this old flame. This is her. This is the eternal flame burning, his Divine Feminine, his twin flame. He's worried about her, how she's doing. He doesn't know how to come forward. So this is not an action of coming forward. These cards are showing me that he's very much in his mind space and really focusing on her intently, but he's not sure how to transform this. He's just not sure. Let's have another look at another card here. So we've got the Eight of Discs, once again being very focused on something, okay? He's putting a lot of hard work and dedication and focus on this, in this thinking space. Look, he's waiting out the storm. So he knows and he feels it, and she's probably even had some communication with him anyway, that he knows that he's stuffed up, you know, and that she's angry. We're going to look at her energy in a moment, but he's waiting out the storm. So it's either his own storm, which it looks like a lot of it is his own storm. There's lightning going off in his head, you know, this kind of thing. And this is the thing, like, she possibly is also in this storm space right now, being sort of like, you know, at that standstill at the moment. It's kind of like the eye of the storm. It's like the calm of the storm before, you know, shit hits the fan kind of thing. So he's waiting it out, but he's really trying to work out, see, how to come forward to her. So let's see the temporary outcome. I just want to see, first of all, with that, what he wants to say to the Divine Feminine regarding that. What does he want to say regarding that we just saw? Oh, look, I miss you. So this is, once again, the thinking of you, the missing her, going over it in his mind, trying to work out how can he move past this pain and sadness and make things right, because there's something that he said which is probably stupid, like is just, you know, I get the feeling that there's been stuff that he's just not thought out very clearly and just blurted it out, or there's things he hasn't said, or he said immaturely to her, or he's reacted in an immature way, or hasn't expressed his feelings. There's something along those lines with communication that he's just basically stuffed it up. So he's saying that he misses her. He wants to hug her right now. You know, there's wanting to come close to her right now, but doesn't know how to. So how does he think the Divine Feminine will react if he does come forward to her? How does he think she'll react to him? Well, opposition. Two of Swords is usually a decision to be made. It's mental conflict, right? It's reversed. So let's have a look. Wow, look at this. So he may not necessarily feel that she'll lash out at him or move towards him even. You know, this opposition card is interesting. It does show mental conflict. It shows two people against each other. It is reversed. So to me, it's showing that he's not necessarily feeling that she will reject him entirely, but he is picking up on her sad energy as well. But he feels that she's going to come at him from a place of sadness, okay, that she's going to be really perhaps heavy with her words as well regarding how she feels sad around what he said to her, or what he hasn't said. So what else? Another card. This is the Intellect, Ace of Swords. So we've got the Ace and we've got the 2, okay, and we have them both reversed. So the Ace of Swords is once again that clarity, but I also feel like it's that full-on, it's like that one sword, it's the sword of truth, it's the cutting of the cord, and I just feel that being reversed, that perhaps that he feels that she's going to, yeah, I want to see what that other card is first. Yeah, he feels she's going to play mind games with him. That's what I feel, is that she's not going to be really true. Like what she's saying to him may not necessarily be the truth. So he feels that she might use it to her advantage. Like he feels that if he comes forward to her, that she's going to use it to her advantage and really play it out. Like, you know, you did this to me and you should be feeling this way, and he has to beg to her and all this kind of stuff. That's what I'm seeing with this. And that she may not necessarily come forward with the full truth. Some of them might come at first with this real sad, heavy energy, and then also turn it around to be, okay, like a mind game type thing here as well. I don't know why I'm getting that. So interesting. Some of them also feel that the Divine Feminines might just revert back to that casual, playful kind of role that they might get into if they don't want to get too serious with the Divine Masculines right now. They might have a guard up, hold him at arm's length and just come at it from a playful kind of angle where it's more self-protective. So that's interesting there. Now, what's his temporary outcome towards the Divine Feminine this February? We've got the Shaman, which is the Hermit, and it's reversed. And we've got Reconciliation. This is very interesting to me because the Hermit obviously is someone who's in isolation. They want to, or they need to go within to seek out answers within from their higher self. They have to go on an internal spiritual kind of quest within themselves. And it looks to me like he's perhaps going to be emerging from that hermit mode out of that regret, and he's wanting to move forward into this. Let me see what else is coming up for him. Well, we've got courage to move forward. Wow, this is amazing. So we've got that heavy energy that we saw before, but we also saw that he's wanting to find that clarity on how to come forward to her, and it looks like he's going to reach this perhaps, because even though it's reversed, this is just the message I'm receiving with these other cards here, is that he may not necessarily have all the answers, but he's still wanting this, okay? Reconciliation and the courage to move forward, perhaps to find the answers from his twin anyway. Let's see what else there is. So this is reversed. What is it? It is the Seven of Discs. Now, this is somebody who's invested in something, that's sitting back patiently waiting for something, and he's perhaps not wanting, you know, that hard work and focus we saw before. He's perhaps not really wanting to put that much emphasis on how he's going to take action towards her, okay? This energy. Let's see what the other card is. Yeah, dreams coming true. He may not necessarily feel that all the effort he put into it in the past, you know, all his time and energy and effort and everything, and all the thoughts, all the thinking is put into this as well. He might have felt being reversed that it's just been a waste of his time. He's been building it up to something it wasn't. He's trying to find the courage to come forward where his dreams can come true with her. Because it's really what he wants is reconciliation. He wants to hug her. He wants to be with her. He wants to physically connect. And he needs the courage and wants the courage, right? He's going to find the courage to do this. Yeah. There's also, with this card, it can represent patience, having to sit back and wait. And I feel like he doesn't want to wait anymore. He doesn't want to wait. Okay, that fiery passion energy is coming through. Let's see one more card. Yeah, Queen of Wands. Now, this could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I'm just looking at other cards that I've forgotten about. The Hermit is the Virgo energy. And even if if you're not an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, what I feel is that this is just him actually finally seeing the truth for what it is around his twin flame and what he actually wants with her and how he's going to move forward with her. Yeah, look, he's going to have faith. He's going to have faith this is working. So he's moving towards her. This is amazing. So he may not necessarily have complete clarity like he's been trying to get, but he's going to have the courage to move forward towards her and just jump in, I feel, because he's got faith. He's got faith in this connection. So let's see where the Divine Feminines are in a moment, but I just want to see his last message to the Divine Feminines here. What does he want to say about that outcome, please? Wow. Okay, so this one says, I'm sorry. Wow, he's apologizing. So he may want to come forward and apologize to the Divine Feminines. I'm sorry, and trust. Wow, so he's telling the Divine Feminine to trust in the process, trust in him. Okay, I feel like they are on their way to the Divine Feminines right at this, you know, the energy I'm feeling is that they're very strong in their minds, thinking about how they can come forward to the Divine Feminine. They're feeling shame and guilt and sadness and all those things. But the feeling of missing her and wanting to physically connect and reconcile is really, really strong here. It's a feeling of, it's just overwhelming for them. They just need to make contact with their Divine Feminine and clear the air and make it right, even if they don't have all the answers right now. So let's go and have a look at the Divine Feminine's energy. I'm just going to pick these up and clear them away. Okay, so we're going to have a look at the Divine Feminine with the Psychic Tarot for the Heart cards and see what's going on with her energy and challenges, etc., just like we did with the Divine Masculine's energy for February. All right, let's have a look at this. And I'm still going to use these cards, the Divine Love Oracle. Okay, the Divine Feminines. All right, so let's have a look at where the Divine Feminine is currently at right now, please, on her journey. So we've got Share the Love reversed. This is the Three of Cups, and it may be that she's holding back because this person's giving out their love. You know, they're sharing the love, and this is reversed. So let's have a look at what this is about. Yeah, wow, falling in love. She's holding back on this energy right now. She's not sharing the love. She's not falling in love, or she might be in love, but she's not... This is very interesting because the channeled message that I just did for the Twin Flames called The Light at the End of the Tunnel. Wow, you know, like this is about her needing to open her heart chakra. And this was about the heart activation in that message. So, wow, she's not opening her heart, she's not sharing her heart right now. What else have we got? Divine Feminines here, please. Yeah, look at this. The Five of Swords, win or lose. It's about the battle of the mind. It can be ego-related stuff here. Being reversed, though, it does show that perhaps she's starting to move away from this energy, but I do want to see what's coming up with that for her. Wow, look at this. She's getting the same card he got. Okay, so stand your ground. She's not wanting to go into the whole mind game. She's abandoned it. She doesn't want to deal with this mind game crap, right? She's standing her ground. She's strong. She's got her swords ready. If she needs to go into battle, she's under defense, right? She's self-defensive right now. So she's not wanting to put up with bullshit, okay? She's not in the mood. She's pissed. So she's holding back on her love right now. She's not opening up to that. She's hurt. She's been very hurt. And yeah, this is the energy she's currently coming into right now. And then we've got the Chariot, which is the Cancer energy. Balancing of the heart energy here, okay? Moving forward, being able to take control and steer herself and her life in the way she wants it to be. Let's have a look at that. Wow, look at this, contract. It's balancing the scales, but she wants to move away from this contract with her, even though you can't really, you know, spiritually cut the cords with your twin flame because you are always eternally connected. You are each other's soul, but, you know, she wants to move away. She wants to move away from this connection right now. She doesn't want a bar of it right now. That's where she's at. And we're talking about them in the 3D, by the way. We'll get to the 5D message at the end, but this is just how they are each on their 3D paths right now. She's really in a strong energy and she's made up her mind right now. This is what she's doing. She's moving away from this. She's over it. Let's see what she wants to say to her Divine Masculine regarding that. What does the Divine Feminines want to say regarding that to their Divine Masculine? First one is write down your feelings, okay? And the second is listen to your heart over what others say. Wow. So he's been confused about expressing himself to her. Perhaps he's expressed himself in the wrong way, or hasn't expressed himself at all and has left her feeling hurt, or there's been something that he's lashed out with, but it's almost like she wants him to actually write down his feelings. She wants him to express it somehow, even if it was in a letter to her, okay? If he can't say it verbally, she wants him to write it down. And she also wants him to listen to his heart over what others say. So there has been some interference, I feel, from perhaps a karmic partner on his side, or, you know, it feels like it's coming from his end. It could be his family. There's dynamics there of relationship, like there's relationship dynamics there that have become involved in their connection and has stuffed it up in some way too. So that makes a lot of sense in his energy, where he's in his mind, regretful, feeling that he's stuffed up. Maybe he didn't stand his ground like we saw that card before. Maybe he didn't stand up for his divine feminine and allowed others to tell him how to feel. This makes so much sense. Wow. Far out. That's coming through so strong. And she's fed up with that now. She's like, you didn't show me that I'm worthy to you, or you haven't showed me that you love me, or you're not standing by me, you're not protecting me, all this connection, you know, you're listening to what others say, and I don't know the truth. She doesn't know the truth. I mean, her 5D self knows, and deep down she does. But at the moment, she's just wanting to walk away. She's just closing her heart off and, yeah, walking away from it, wanting to. So let's see how she views her divine masculine right now. Well, he's not nurturing himself, that's for sure. This is the Empress energy, right? This is the divine feminine energy. He's not nurturing his divine feminine, right, within himself, his feminine self. He's not nurturing that. He's not nurturing the emotions, see, which is the feminine aspect. That's how she's seeing him right now. See that burning passion card coming up again? He had this in the beginning as well somewhere. And she's seeing that perhaps he is angry, or that it is just like he's shown her this absolute sexual passion towards her and chemistry, but where is the emotions with it? You know what I mean? Like she's saying, she's viewing him that he's not nurturing and honoring his feelings, okay? He's not allowing them to grow and bloom and blossom and explore those feelings with her. It's been more about this passion that he's, you know, which is undeniable between the two of them anyway, but she needs more than this, you know, more than this. So there's two aspects we're looking at here. He's allowing his feelings and anger and overwhelming emotions to take over rather than achieving balance here and letting things unfold naturally. He's been trying to control things. Let's see how else she's viewing him. Wow, look at this. Darkest fears. Once again, the Nine of Swords. I think we saw that reversed for him before. So the Nine of Swords, darkest fears, she sees that he's coming into some kind of absolute anxiety and mental torment, you know, and that there's perhaps depression there within his life. Wow, she sees that he's very much in his mind. She may even feel as well that he is thinking of her, okay? Because they are telepathically connected, but she's also picking up on these negative energies that, not that he's necessarily projecting them towards her, but there has been some hurtful things said, or I do feel in this case there has been some hurtful things said. And she can see too, some of them can see that the divine masculines are upset with themselves over this, but they're not dealing with it properly. All right, so how, okay, I'm just trying to get my bearings because I haven't written down a list of what I need to say. Okay, what are her challenges right now? What are the divine feminine's challenges right now? Did we just say that? I can't remember. If I've repeated it, well, it's probably meant to be. So the moon is the Pisces reversed, okay? Pisces, the moon reversed, confronting. She's needing to confront something within herself, okay, that she's not seeing. Perhaps there's something hidden from her. But let's have a look at what this is about here as well. Patience with the growth, okay? The inner self. This is her inner self. This is her perhaps inner child. Needing to also look within. She's got to be patient on the journey. So they're impatient. They want these things to be dealt with already, okay? They want... a lot of the divine feminines feel they've already confronted a lot of their past, a lot of their inner demons kind of thing, and they've got to be patient with themselves. Not everything's going to happen straight away for them and unfold. They they have to, yeah, look, it's going to take hard work to achieve full healing in their life and to receive that absolute clarity, to receive that full-on intuition as well, because we've got intuition. It's also representative of the emotions here and cycles. There's challenge at putting in the hard work here. Look, during their time out, some divine feminines don't want to work on themselves, or they feel they've already done enough, okay? They feel like they've already looked at something and analysed it, and it's like, okay, that's done with now, but there is something still to look within with, okay, and have to be patient on their journey and realise, okay, there's still something there, and it's going to take some work on my behalf, whether it be really nurturing myself or really analysing it and putting a lot of focus on this, or going and getting counselling, whatever it might be during this time out. They are needing to, look within. Needing to look within. All right, so let's see how, what does the divine feminines want the divine masculines to know? What do they want them to know that they're not necessarily coming forward with? Refusing to see, which is that Two of Swords energy. It's that inner conflict. It's like mental conflict. It's toing and froing from something. It's not being able to make a decision. Let's see what this is about, though, because she wants him to know that she has her sights, like this says, refusing to see. She's starting to open her eyes and see, and she's seeing far away now. We're seeing the travel card, okay, which represents that perhaps she is also astral traveling. She's remote viewing. Some of them are remote viewing. They can actually see their divine masculines in their mind's eye. And some of them know what he's doing. This is so funny. So detached is reversed. This is about the Justice card. It's Libra energy. And some of them are not detached from this, this connection. Within 3 years. Wow. Okay, we've got a time frame here. I want to see what this is about. Within 3 years. Oh, yeah. They're giving themselves a time frame. They're saying, I'm not letting go. And perhaps, there has been some significant time frame for you guys that has been like the last 3 years even. But there's something that she's doing. She's giving herself a time frame. It's like, if this doesn't get better, if this doesn't improve, or there's peace in this, I'm letting go. And I don't feel like it's going to take this long either, but this is just a time frame that's coming up here. The 3 could be significant for you guys, as well. Yeah, she's not letting him know that she's, because we saw in the beginning, she's holding back, she's being stubborn, she's being pissed off, right? She's not really letting go. She's still spying on him, so she's not letting go. She wants to let him know that there's something about the time frame. Can I get something else on that, please? The 9 of Pentacles, well-deserved reward. They feel like that they have put a lot of effort and time into this. That's what this is about. It's time. They've put a lot of effort and time into this, and they don't feel like they've been appreciated for their efforts. And they're not getting that reward that they were promised or thought they were going to have with their divine masculine. And some of them are willing to wait it out to finally get this reward as well. It's like that stubbornness within them. Like they just know that as much as they want to move away, they feel like they can't. They can't move away from it, and deep down they don't want to. And they're remaining connected by doing all this anyway. I mean, they are connected anyway, but by remote viewing and spying, or seeing them in their mind's eye and connecting with them and not wanting to detach really, and, feeling that they're still waiting out on this reward with their twin flame. They're not letting him know. They're not letting him know that. See, she's taking back her power, but she's still withholding her feelings from him. She's withholding perhaps even communication. She's feeling like, she's feeling in some ways that she is powerless in this. So that's her way of taking back her power, is by letting him think that it's well and truly over. It's that mind game that he was worried about. That's so weird, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to have a look at what she wants to say to the Divine Masculine with this. Okay, it's fallen. Two of them have fallen down. We've got I wish you were here, see? And our chemistry is so strong right now. Wow. So this is completely in contradiction to what she's actually doing. So, you know, once again, it just confirms it that she doesn't want to detach. She's not really holding back. She really misses him too. You know, she wishes he was there with her. The chemistry is so strong. I mean, she's spying on him. She's feeling his energy. They're both thinking of one another really strongly here. You know, it's just, it's a matter of time before they'll clear that air and get back together, I feel. Let's have a look at other cards for the Divine Feminine here. All right, so let's see where the, actually what action is the Divine Feminine going to take towards their Divine Masculine? We've got the Devil energy. Wow, this is awesome. Okay, so the Divine Feminines have caged their heart up here, okay? This is the Devil energy. It's talking about mastering their shadow selves. Mastering this heart activation, which I'm still referring to regarding the channeled message that I had tuned into for February. I'm still seeing that's part of this message here regarding the heart chakra. I'm sorry that light's bright on these cards. I can't change that. But what it's mostly about here is the need to release their heart. They need to open... They need to get a key and unlock this heart that's caged up here. That's what they need to do. They need to be able to release their heart chakra. Remember we saw in the beginning that where she's currently at is closing her heart. She's not giving her heart. She's closed it off. She's withdrawing it. And this is what's happened is she's caged her heart in. So she needs to be able to release all of the resentments, all that kind of stuff going on there. This shows the action she's taking towards the Divine Masculine. This is what she's going to do. She's going to release those resentments. She's going to, you know, allow a release of the old energy. She's letting it go. Now, we've got the giving and receiving card reversed here, so it still shows that there's still no balance with the giving and receiving energy here. So even though she's releasing this and perhaps opening up her heart or allowing her heart or love out, she's not necessarily reaching out or giving it to the Divine Masculine at this stage. So, wow, we've got the sad man again, all right? So, once again... This is what's going on. She's still in the punishing the Divine Masculine mode, I feel. Yeah, it feels like she's still holding back, not wanting to give him her heart, right? She doesn't want to give him her heart because she's hurt. She's hurt as well. Let's get one more on that from the Divine Feminine. So it's the slow energy, success and growth. 8 of Wands usually shows something that's a fast action. It's reversed, so it's not growing. It's growing very slowly, okay? Her heart is healing and being released very slowly towards him. Okay. Because look, happy outcome. It's slowly growing towards this happy outcome because I do feel this is what she wants, right? The rainbow after the storm. Remember we saw in one part of his message where there was this waiting out the storm. Yeah, he was waiting out the storm. So I do feel like it's her storm as well. Like she's got a lot going on within her and she's not happy. She's not happy at the moment. Let's see what she wants to say around that, okay? What does she want to say around that? It says, look inside yourself. So she needs and wants the Divine Masculines to look inside themselves as well. Because she's been looking within herself, or trying to. She's in a little bit of denial. But she really needs him to look inside himself to find out what his true feelings are, how he can come forward and make it right, okay? That's what she needs him to do. She needs him to, well, I feel that with them as well, they're trying to say that they are looking inside themselves as well. They're looking inside their own heart for that healing and to release the old patterns and the old karma. And yeah, it's really amazing in that way. So look inside yourself. All right, so let's have a look at, what else are we looking at? We want to see how does she think the divine masculine will act if she was to move forward towards him? How does she think that he will react? Base chakra, which is that physical vitality and survival, miracle healing. So she feels that in the physical realm, there would be miracle healing between the two of them, because I feel that she, in some sense, knows that he is approachable, or that he would be approachable, that there'd be some healing on the base level here between the two of them. And that he would react in this way. He would be, look, this is the Death card. It's that transformation. He would release. He would be able to release any of the old, the karmic patterns that have held him back. I feel like also it's kind of like that energy where someone has, been forgiven and they're cleansed of their sins kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's like this cleansing of energy, like he would feel cleansed, that he could release his burdens. That's how she feels that he would react. That all of a sudden he'd be okay and that he would open up to her. Well, this is interesting. See, the I love you. Releasing the I love you. Wow. So maybe on a deeper level, she realizes that if she was to come forward to the divine masculine, there would be this miracle healing on a base level here, on a ground level, on the physical level. And that he would release his burdens and perhaps say, express his true feelings for her. But then we've got the helpless and hopeless card here too. The being in victim mentality, feeling helpless and hopeless. Social butterfly. Wow. This is interesting. There's another message coming through for this because I don't feel it's really related to these particular ones here. There may have been something that was an issue with perhaps third-party situation. Maybe there was some infidelity or some kind of thing that's happened between them, or there's been a third-party situation and he's had to release himself from it as well. That's another aspect of this reading here as well. They felt restricted. She feels that he would react in this way, that he would, oh yes, I just got the message properly what it means. So that is one aspect of it with the third party, but I feel like she feels that it would be all beautiful and he would be all loving to her and open, and then it would just go back to this other energy where he would stuff up and then feel like a victim and withdraw and possibly go and either find someone else or return to a karmic or whatever it is. It's almost like he would escape through this kind of energy of maybe partying or escaping into another relationship or whatever it might be, that he wouldn't really be doing the work. He'd just be distracting himself instead and being in denial rather than looking at the reality of the situation. So she's not trusting that he's going to really come forward and be real with this stuff, like that it's going to be set in stone, basically, that it's that grounded energy. She feels that he's still a little flighty. Okay, that's part of that commitment thing again. What does she want to say to him around that? Look, I need space right now. This is why she's not coming forward as well, because she feels that he will move fast into that healing and promise things and then revert it back into a I'm not good enough energy for you, you know, I'm not good enough for you, or lack of confidence, or a victim mentality, or a defeatism, kind of like a defeatist kind of attitude, and that he would then withdraw and ignore her and go off and be with his friends or a karmic or anything like that. You know, it's that kind of pattern there. So they're both not trusting one another with each other's intentions and what they're going to do. So, okay, so let's have a look at what the temporary outcome is for the Divine Feminine. What's the temporary outcome for the Divine Feminine? Sacral chakra reversed, which could be her sacral chakra, which is blocked. This is the personal relationships, the creativity. It's where we hold our shame and our guilt and our sexual creativity and expression. It's sacred sexuality as well. And this is all feeling like looking at it right now. It's quite blocked. Well, yeah, look, not this time. She's not open. Her heart chakra's not open. And her sacral chakra's not open. She doesn't want to explore or express this towards him right now. Okay, wow. Sadness and isolation, this is what she's feeling. Sorry guys, that is quite bright in my eyes. I'm not sure how you guys are going to see it. Sadness and isolation, heartbreak. Okay, it's mental torment. It's feeling that there's got to be a purge of this negativity and a cleansing of the mind and the sacral chakra and the heart chakra here. See, look at this, reach out. She's going to want to reach out at some point. This is interesting. Because it's such a contradiction, because she's so closed off and she's really afraid and she's hurt and she's punishing him in some way. But there's the reach out card. What's that about? Oh my God. So we've got a reach out card. Then we've got the reach out card in the physical, you know, the 3D, which is reversed. So she's really in two minds. Wow. She wants to reach out, then she doesn't want to reach out. And there's a dream home here. So it feels to me that she knows her twin flame is her home. She feels safe with him on one hand. And then on the other hand, it's like, I don't want a bar of you. You're not my home. You're not safe. You're not my safety haven, like my safe haven. And there's something about the dream home that comes up a lot in these readings as well, that this might have been a path that they were meant to have together, and now she's pissed and she's upset and she's been betrayed perhaps, or feels like that she's been let down and this all went to shit and it didn't happen. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on here. And she's also going to look at healing, okay? So the star, she's breaking free, which is amazing. She's going to break free out of those chains. She's allowing the light to come in. It's the healing energy. It's the star. This is the Aquarius, by the way, the Aquarius energy. And we've got the old flame. So she's still very much in connection with her twin flame. She still is focused on him. She's feeling the energy. We saw before that she's very much still entwined in that energy of spying on him or remote viewing on him. You know, it's this strong connection still there that she's very active with, but she's not necessarily coming forward to him through you know, the physical contact. She's not actually coming forward to him, and emotionally. So she's really got to go through this healing. She's really got to release this resentment and this anger she's got and hurt, because then it's going around in her mind, and then she's wanting to get vindictive and resentful and almost vengeful on him and punishing him. So it's just damaging her in the process as well as him. It's not a healthy energy to be in right now. Let's get one more card. Yeah, she needs to go within herself, meditate. She needs to go within, seek some higher, like spiritual counsel. She needs to talk with her higher powers, you know, God or whoever, whatever she calls it, her angels, her higher self. She needs to communicate with that. She needs to seek answers. She needs to look within, because there's something that we saw before that she still needs to confront within herself as well. And this is interesting because that was a message a while back, last year, I think, in one of the videos where it said that the Divine Feminine still had some work to do. This message is coming up again. So that's really interesting. Wow, look at this. It's around regret. It's around the past. It's around decisions made. It's around things that weren't or were said. It's still, the hope is still there, though, with the yellow rose. So once again, this energy is coming up for both of them. They both have regret over how things were, you know, how they both played out. Let's have a look at what she wants to say as a last message to the Divine Masculine. What's the last message she wants to say? Mistakes are the soul's lessons, and she's starting to realize this. Mistakes are the soul's lessons. So really, she's starting to realize in this time of regret and going within, she's going to start to realize that mistakes are really like everything happened for a reason, which is what the Five of Cups normally represents as well, is everything happens for a reason. And that we grow stronger and wiser through these lessons as well. And mistakes are the soul's lessons. So I don't know if I did this before, but I wanted to see what her actual challenge was. I don't think we used this card for her. Just wanted to see what one of her challenges were. Yeah, see, she doesn't believe, she either doesn't believe deep down that she's worthy of this, or she doesn't believe it's ever going to happen. That's a challenge. To commit to herself, right, her partner, her twin, and God, etc. It's like commitment. It's commitment to herself and to her life and to this twin flame journey. First of all, she's got to commit to herself. She's got to have that marriage with herself, like that union with herself first. And that's something she's got to learn right now. So this is part of this learning what the mistakes are, okay? Mistakes are the soul's lessons. Wow, that's amazing. So she's got to be finding that security within herself, and she's quite guarded at the moment. But while she's guarded and stubborn, she may not necessarily be working on herself. So that's something she's got to do. Now, I want to see what the message is for both of the twin flames. The last message for the reading, please. The last message for the reading for the twin flames, please. This is the Rumi cards. This is the Rumi cards by Alana Fairchild. So I just want one card for the twin flames, please. It's an end of the reading for February, please. What do they both, what's their special message? We have Blood Angel, number 7. I'm going to have a look in the book because I'm not familiar with these cards very well. I don't really know all the messages and what they mean, but I was drawn to these tonight, so I don't usually use them, but I just had this feeling I had to use this for some reason tonight. So Blood Angel, I'm going to read it. In the midst of the darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. Stepping down from the clouds, it glanced at me. Like a falcon that hunts a bird and steals it away, it captured me and flew back to infinite space. As I looked for myself, I could not find me, for my body had become all soul in the tenderness of love. The 9 spheres of heaven dissolved in that moon as the ship of my existence drowned in the sea of love. Wow, that's amazing and pretty deep. I want to read what the actual message is here as well, okay? That's just beautiful. I love Rumi. I love poetry. So let's have a look. Do you dare place a limit on how much life you can contain? I pour of myself into your heart and invite you to become nothing and everything with me. Let us be the sunrise that greets the new day and the sunset that honors the dying of the day in radiant glory. Let us be the angel of light arising from darkness and the starburst in the awakening heart of a human beloved. Be the moon at the back of my heart and the sun at the front of my heart. Be wordless and wise. Let us have nothing that we know for certain and be content. Let us be all and let us be nothing. Let us be. So you are being given with this message more than the gift of life. You're being given the gift of more life, sorry. You know, it's more than life. It's been given the gift of more life. You may experience this as growth, expansion, more energy, more life force, or divine electricity circulating through your system. So it's basically saying if you have been struggling with your energy levels or with emotional or psychological challenges, more so than usual perhaps, then you are asked to complete the sacred honouring ritual for the Cloak of the Christ Oracle after you've completed the ritual for the Blood Angels. So there's basically another one in here that asks you to bring in the Christ energy as well. So this comes with a particular blessing, this card, of well-being and vitality. You have perhaps become tired or are well, but seek to engage in new projects or practices that will stretch or challenge you. The Blood Angel brings you the blessing of whatever energy is required to expand into where life is leading you. What the divine has instilled within your heart shall be financed with life force and energy, so it may be brought to fulfillment. This is the sacred contract of human life. The journey shall be taken by the soul, and there will be challenges, and yet what is required for divine fulfillment will always be available. So this is amazing. This is talking about expansion of your soul, growth, life force, energy. It's about feeling that there's unconditional life and divine love within you. Yeah, I just feel like you and your divine masculine, the divine feminine, divine feminine and masculine are feeling very drained of energy. They feel like their life has been sucked out of them basically from this journey. And this isn't just because of the twin flame challenges and all this partnership. It's also from their own karmic relationships. They're just tired now. They're drained of life. They're drained. They're just drained of energy. They don't feel they've got enough energy after going through all the karmic stuff and everything, all the lessons, that they have enough energy to, you know, jump into this because it's so intense, okay? Where do they find the energy for such an intense connection? And they need to be able to fill their own cup. They need to be able to find their own energy, cleanse their own energy, their aura, their body, their mind, body, and spirit. They need to cleanse this energy with the earthly realm, the earthly tools, okay? Life force, energy. It's what we're made of. You know, the Creator has given us things to use. There's tools, there's resources out there, and sometimes we look to someone else to fill our cup. And it's not going to work that way. It's just not going to work that way. We all have to fill our own cup. We all have to find our own source of life force. You know, it's once again being able to be strong on our own, find that union within, that energy, that love, that passion, the inspiration to live, to have that activity, to have that action. The divine masculine at the moment is sad and withdrawn, and so is the divine feminine, but she's coming at it from some parts are spiteful, and she's draining her own energy as well. He's draining his energy through all the thoughts that he's going through and the worry. She's draining her energy because she's too busy being angry, okay? So we need to transmute that anger into this like a passion. It's got to be passionate. It's got to be justice. It's got to be that, it's got to be transmuted into a divine passion, a divine love. And mistakes are the soul's lessons. And it's interesting it says Blood Angel here too, because the divine masculines in the channeled message I did, it said that they have to get their blood pumping through their bodies. They have to engage in exercise and find that passion within themselves again and that exhilaration. And I just feel that both twins need to do this. They need to get their bodies moving. They need to exercise. They need to replenish their energies through the natural resources here of Mother Earth, and engage in healthy anger, right? Instead of it becoming debilitating physically and emotionally and mentally and on their spirit, you know. So it's just about transmuting that energy and being able to release themselves from this pain and this torment, you know. That's what I'm seeing there with that. So it's a really intense energy and message, and I may have not even interpreted it the exact way it's meant to be. The poetry, I've got to be able to really sit down and analyze it because it's so damn deep. And but I love it, and I think that I'm just, you know, going with the intuition, what the actual card messages are. I just want to choose one more Divine Love Oracle that the Divine Masculine really wants to say to the Divine Feminine. Look at this. He wants to rebuild it. We see that before. He wants to rebuild it. The bird is the messenger of communication, so he wants to come forward and rebuild this through a correct way of talking or speaking with her. He wants to make it right. What does the Divine Feminine want? Look, pure contentment. This is all she wants, and this is the same message that came out, I think, in one of the other readings I did with the Divine Feminine's energy. It's pure contentment. This is all she wants, is peace. She wants to be in a place where she's happy and free to do what she needs to do in the connection within herself, and just be free to be herself, and not feel judged. For some reason, some of the Divine Feminines are really feeling judged. So once again, she's trying to find her energy in her daily activities and the things that she finds that she loves and enjoys to do. And he's trying to think about how he can rebuild this to get them back together, okay? To, make it right again and build it up strong again. So I really hope that's helped you guys for this month, and I look forward to reading all your comments, and thanks for liking the videos and subscribing. Welcome to all the new subscribers, and I will connect with you all next time. Love and blessings.